Ethan Cole had lived 31 quiet years on the far edge of Arizona, and not once had he felt the gentle warmth of a woman's touch, not love, not comfort, not even the simple kindness of someone brushing dust off his shoulder when life got too heavy. He told himself he didn't need it, didn't deserve it, didn't have time for it, but deep inside, loneliness had grown like a thorn bush, quiet, stubborn, and always catching him when he least expected. And one burning afternoon, that loneliness changed forever, because that's when he found her, an unconscious Apache woman lying by the creek beside his farm, bruised, exhausted, and clutching a broken bow like she'd fought the entire world and barely survived. Her name, he later learned, was Nayeli, but in that moment all he knew was that she needed help. And for the first time in years, something inside him whispered, "Don't walk away." Before we continue this powerful story, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to channel name Leak, where every story reminds us that kindness still matters. Ethan carried Nayeli to his cabin, carefully, almost reverently, as if she were sunlight he didn't want slipping through his fingers. He cleaned her wounds, offered water, and left her space, speaking only when necessary. He wasn't good with words, never had been. Days passed. She healed slowly, then all at once. And with every sunrise, he noticed things he'd never noticed before. The way she watched the world with quiet alertness. The way she moved, soft but strong. The way she spoke of her people with pride, even in pain. She'd lost her family to raiders. They had chased her for miles. She escaped only because she refused to die without honoring those she loved. Ethan had lived his whole life building fences to keep people out. Nayeli had spent hers fighting to keep her spirit alive. Two different worlds. Two different wounds, yet somehow, they understood each other. One morning, Ethan woke to find Nayeli gone. His heart dropped. He didn't know why he cared so much, only that he did, more than he should. But she returned at sundown with something surprising, a handmade bundle of wild sage river stones and a small carved figure. "For you," she said quietly. "For protection. For healing." Ethan didn't know how to respond. He'd never received a gift before, at least not one made with such intention. But the twist came later, that very night. A group of riders approached the farm, armed, angry, and demanding Ethan hand over the Apache girl they claimed was a fugitive. Ethan had every reason to back away. He wasn't a fighter, and he sure wasn't a hero, but for the first time in his life, he stepped forward. "No one here belongs to you," he said, his voice steady in a way it had never been. Nayeli looked at him, startled, because she knew what this meant. He was risking everything. The riders left after realizing the farm wasn't worth a shootout. But the danger lingered like a storm cloud waiting for its moment. When they were finally alone, Nayeli whispered, "Why would you do that for me?" Ethan swallowed. He didn't have pretty words. He had only truth, because kindness is long overdue, for both of us. And for the first time, Nayeli touched his hand, a simple gesture, but to Ethan, it felt like the world shifting under his feet. He never knew a woman's touch, not until an Apache beauty brought life back to a place he'd let grow cold. Weeks passed and Nayeli chose to stay, not because she owed him, not because she was hiding, but because she found something on his farm she never expected. Safety, compassion, a quiet kind of love that grows like dawn, slow, gentle, and undeniable. Together, they rebuilt more than fences. They rebuilt themselves. Ethan learned that strength wasn't in doing everything alone, and Nayeli learned that even a wounded heart can bloom again. In the end, their story wasn't about a farmer saving a stranger. It was about two lonely souls teaching each other that kindness is powerful enough to heal what the world breaks, and maybe, just maybe, love is simply what happens when two hearts finally decide they deserve peace.